Well, thank you, Bruce. It was great to listen to you. Please, Ernesto Can, we want to listen to you now.
Thank you very much for having this enormous opportunity to be with so high quality of intellectuals. We are very few, but big intellectuals, so I feel very good with you. I feel myself now speaking as a continuator from Bruce. First of all, Birendra, I congratulate you for the wonderful presentation. Excellent. And I feel that if the people of the United Nations will listen to you presenting that, everybody will be proud of you. Although I want to make some comments. You know, the Society of Nations was built in 1919. And the Society of Nations, together with the United Nations, we are already 100 years with the same objectives that you presented, my friend Birendra. More or less, other new things related with technology. But the main idea was to finish the violence of the conflicts in the world. And after 100 years, this stay in the same place. Maybe some different, or no, together will be difficult to have a Second World War with the Nazi countries or something like that. And nobody knows. We have now, after these 100 years of the United Nations, more weapons and more strong weapons that if they are used in the case of the thousands of conflicts that exist today, will mean the destruction of life on Earth. So if we see today hundreds or maybe thousands of NGOs for peace, why? Because we feel that the UN did not fulfill with the mission. There are politicals inside, many other things. I don't want to make a big exposition of that because everybody knows. So one of the main things today is to define what is peace. If we say peace is everything, even individual peace, I feel myself I don't have place here. If we define peace as the resolution of conflicts by a way non-violent, by a political way, this is in this time. I don't say that peace in agriculture, peace in art, peace in yoga, peace in everything is not peace. It is peace inside, okay. But in this moment, in which the entire humankind is in danger, is in threat because of the conflict. In the past, the countries, the peace between conflict was solved by the using of weapons. But today this is impossible because of the technology, because of the genocidal weapons. So we need a different things to do. So I apply everybody, every institution to divide their actions into priorities. Peace for individuals or for tribes or for small communities. And in the world, I want that the non-violent resolution of the conflict. So I say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ernesto, I want to now to listen the other persons. I only will say thank you, Birendra. You have moved us a lot listening to your speech.
Can I ask a simple question? Listen, Birendra, I was last year in Bubemashor. In Bubemashor, there are two institutions, big institutions, KIT and KISS universities that are founded by Ajuta Samantha, Dr. Samantha. And they are, I just wanted to ask you if you are working in some connection or cooperation with this, because they are making an amazing thing. They are taking 40,000 children. They receive education, food, they receive housing, they receive everything until the university. So all the students in the KIT university and the teachers, everybody pay from the salary to sustain these children for KISS university because everything is free there.
Yes, I only wanted to translate because we have a Spanish speaking. I don't know if they understand English. No sé si entienden inglés y si no les traducimos. A partir de ahora va a ir con un poco de traducción de lo que diga Birendra y de lo que digas vos o los demás para que ellos lo comprendan. Levante la mano el que entiende inglés y si no les traducimos. O sea, ok, everybody. Azucena, do you understand? ¿Entendés inglés, Azucena?
Entiendo, pero muy poco. Entiendo la idea general, pero sí se me escapan muchas. La idea general sí la he comprendido, pero si pudieras hacer traducción te voy a agradecer.
Bueno, a lo último, porque ellos quieren ahora
¿Cómo no?
Para hablar. They want to speak among them, and then I will translate the last 10 minutes, okay? A resume, a síntesis. Okay, Birendra, respond, please, to Ernesto.
Microphone, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Ernesto, and thank you, Bruce, for comment. I am not intellectual enough to answer your question, but what I feel and what I have experienced, I can share that. Maybe it can be vary to country and situations. First, I will start with Bruce, two things which he mentioned, that eliminations of weapon is always in criticism around the world. I say I am not only dreamer. There are many more, and I am very young in in front of all of you. You have seen many organizations working on this agenda where world can be without war and without weapon. There are many people who are doing research. There are many organizations like World Parliament now, then uh, World Parliament, and many more. uh, I have been in touch and connections with everyone, trying to learn and trying to do advocacy. But that's true. Even thousands of NGOs or peacemaking organizations or millions of individuals also come together. Weapons are not going to, eliminate from the world, because many countries' economics is depend on this. During COVID, I talk about my country itself. In this COVID pandemic, GDP of India went minus 24, but we bought Rafales with huge investment. What will be used? I don't know. Then there are conflict within organizations. Professor Ernesto was very right. What is peace? We need to describe. If we talk about inner peace, first we should have a peace, peace of mind within ourselves, and then we can talk about society or community or group or country.
Yes,
So
I think so.
very important, very important. Many things can give peace of mind. For me, when I am working in community, when children, youth are with me, I am very happy. It gives inner peace for me. It's not necessary to do any other things. Then Bruce asked what Gandhi will do if he was today, and what he many years ago, with help of his 18 constructive work. If you will compare constructive work and United Nations 17 goals, it's match each and every component match. Only United Nations have changed name and elaborated more, but Gandhi all experimented, and Gandhi never says you do. Gandhi says, I am doing, if you like it, you can implement, and it can be different everywhere. Everywhere it can be different. So Gandhi always talk about self-reliance and self-sustained model. So if I am trying to bring peace through agriculture, or establish society, non-violent society through agriculture, it is making me self-sustained. Whoever is working on this agenda, it will make them self-sustained and self-reliant. And if we will become a self-sustained, self-reliant, then we will have a inner peace. Then we can able to contribute for countries. I am I do agree with Professor Ernesto. United Nations purpose is not fulfilling for what it's established. It is now uh, very big and diverted from its main agenda. If United Nations was fulfilling its purpose, today we could have a one world. We said Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is not materialized in any case. There was also effort from United Nations World Parliament, but it's started. It's they organized big conference seminar in UN Plaza and UN headquarter of New York, and then after that what happened I don't know, but in on United Nations website still that is there, but nobody is talking about. So now it is time when all of us we have to think, and I was very happy I become a part of worldwide peace organizations. We need to bring all peacemakers, peace messengers together to evaluate,
yeah.
to evaluate and speed up this goal, that what
Thank you,
for
Birendra.
what United Nations started, and it should implement. It is not like only talk or pass some resolutions, but never force UN country to implement.
Thank you, Birendra.
Thank you
We
very
applaud
much.
you again. We need to listen to the rest. So your participation now with the comments of both directors of the organization is finished. And now we will listen to the rest. Yo le estoy diciendo que ahora ya vamos a escucharlos a ustedes, los que están acá atentamente escuchando en inglés, lo que hemos dicho y lo que les voy a resumir un poco. Voy a hablar ahora mixto. I want to respond to you, Birendra, to say thank you. And we listened very extremely deeply to all your thoughts. And the debate, the crisis on the idea of peace as a word, the word peace, what it means, the meaning. In my place, I think that both are right. The Ernesto and you, the idea of peace as the need of human rights, respect to human rights, and the inner peace that yoga means, and the end of conflicts, in my thought is in two different moments. I think the resolution of the conflict is in the short period of time, 20 years, 30 years. And the education of yoga, and in Argentina we are Christians, we go to yoga and the adult, not children. Children don't go to yoga, but we need to teach them. I have taught to my children the concept of the pacification inside. In the 50 years, 60 years, those persons that are educated in the inner peace will create a better community. But in the short period, 10 years, Ernesto, is true that the world will finish. If we only educate and don't create agreements, world will not survive because will be a nuclear ending. Well, yo les estoy diciendo que Ernesto Can dice que hay que considerar la paz como un concepto de acuerdos internacionales y no quedarnos con que la paz es todo, es nada más que darle de comer a la gente, hacer yoga, sino que la paz tiene que ser aceptada como algo urgente y que los países tienen que firmar acuerdos o sea, que se acaben las armas, sobre todo las nucleares, y que no haya, que haya reales y concretos acuerdos de paz. Con respecto a lo que dijo Bruce, también coinciden con el fin de los armamentos. No es cierto que no haya, bueno, el problema de la comida es sobre todo en India, no en Estados Unidos. Cada país y cada cultura tiene diferentes problemas. La Organización Mundial por la Paz quiere que nos interactuemos entre todos para que encontremos interact among us, para que conozcamos las diferentes situaciones en las culturas. Bueno, eso es todo. Ahora levanten la mano y el primero que levante la mano va a tener la palabra. Glenn, te escuchamos. Podés hablar en las dos lenguas. Conecta el micrófono. Glenn Sankatsing, decí tu nombre y tu país. Así los demás te ubican.
Microphone.
Prende tu micrófono. Porque él entiende.
Okay.
Ahí está.
Yeah, ahora sí. Okay, let me speak in English, but I see most, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, most of the people speak English, and if there's anything I can add in Spanish, I would be happy to do so. Now, thank you, Birendra. It seems that you left for